So we have a little bit of a quagmire with love and hip hop. And I want you guys to settle this question for me. Who is the master of the mess this season? Who is it? Is it Mama D? Because I'm inclined to say Mama D after this episode. I felt like she just literally relished in all of the mess. And I don't really know how I feel about it. I don't know. I think I feel about as low vibrational about it as I do about whatever is happening with Nicki and Cardi at the moment. Um like I love both of their albums. Like what's the problem? I don't even know what they're arguing about. Whatever. Again, it's too low vibrational plate for me, so I'm out of that. But okay, and maybe it's because I'm older now. I don't know. What y'all think? So, but listen, age ain't nothing but a number. Going down ain't nothing but a thing when it comes down to getting low on love and hip hop. We're going to recap this episode, but I want to know between the three of these ladies, Carly Red, Mama D, and Little Miss Ashley, who is the messiest of them all this season and why? Let me know in the chat down below. So we're going to be discussing, y'all. A Sky Squad. Hey, we back, y'all. We are back in the building. I am back from Zanzibar. I mean, although I wish I was still there, I actually also got to stop off in Dubai and see my homegirl while I was there. So listen, if you guys are interested in that travel life, if you are interested in learning how you can get a complimentary trip to the Maldives, do y'all know how much it costs to go to the Maldives? That's thousands upon thousands of dollars. So if you are interested in living that travel life, because it is a lifestyle, we're not just talking about just traveling. Yes, I do group trips, and I got another announcement for that coming up. But I also do tell you and teach people how to travel to places like the Maldives, get it complimentary, not just for you, but for a plus one. But if you're scared to travel, if you ain't got listen, even though I'm telling you how to get this trip, if you can't, you gotta be able to, like, if you gotta have that mindset to go out and get it. If you got that, shoot me a text message. Okay, shoot me a text message to 202-918-3386. Text the word worldwide, all caps, and I'm gonna send you some information. We have a meeting at 7 p.m. All right, because I know somebody gonna sit up there and complain because they ain't got the tea just yet, but I don't care. We do housekeeping, we do meet and greets around here, so get into it. I always got to ask y'all a question because I need to get your thoughts on who is the messiest of them all. But this is season 13, episode 13, right? The title is "Be Hispanic, Not His Piece." Y'all gonna have to tell me what that means, okay? Because maybe I missed it, maybe I blinked and somebody said it. I don't know. We're gonna discuss the highlights here, okay? Mendices is floating around the island, as they are on their cash trip without Yandy. Yandy, according to Mama D, is off with some man on a boat on her gram, which of course leads Mama D to believe that Yandy is doing some more alleged cheating. If she posted it on her Instagram, do you think she's trying to hide it? Listen, if Mendices is running around Atlanta with the women's the way y'all say he is, then is he really trying to hide it? Are they really even married? So does this even matter? I don't know. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about it. But whatever the case, Mama D has showed up to the cash trip in order to show out. Now, this is fresh on the heels of Ashley having a showdown with Spice. I want to go back to something because I do think that, listen, I'm reading the comments and I see Ashley is getting lit up in these comments. All right. But I want to take this back just a little bit. And I feel a certain type of way. I do feel like Ashley is here into a lot of mess this season. Now, I don't know whether producers told her, girl, you need to start asking questions. We need you to get in the mix and the muck and the mire. But I'm going to tell you something I don't like. Okay. Now, we all know on these shows, is steeped in drama, chaos, calamity, confusion. Okay, it is what it is. But what I did not like as I went back and I reviewed the tapes, okay, the footages of Spice and her smackdown with Zayn. What I don't like in that situation is I don't like how, yes, we're gonna go ahead and call a thing a thing. Ashley has been really messy this season. Okay, I'm not gonna hold you on that, but I can't say that she's been any more messy than anybody else, to be honest with you. And what I don't like is I don't like when a cast member does this. They will try to stonewall somebody else doing what they do. Okay, Spice has definitely gotten into the mess with a whole bunch of people over the course of time on this show. So I don't like when she tries to act like she's above the mess and like she is too big to be engaged in the mix with these underlings on the show. Because here's the thing, Spice. Yes, you are Spice. You are worldwide, lady. I don't understand why you still on this show. Because to me, if you are that much above it all, you should be above it so far on the stages that you performing on that you ain't even got time to be dibbing and dabbing with the Ashleys and the Zayns of the world. If you that big and if you are that big, in as you say, okay, because I think you are. I do. I don't even understand why you still on this show. But if you're gonna be on this show, you are not bigger than the mess. Because when you want to start some mess, you start some mess. Period, point blank, in the end. That's it. That's it. So now there's some message being brought to you, aka in the form of Ashley asking you questions for which I feel like she is engaging in. It ain't even that deep for you to be getting that upset about. Period. That's number one. I don't like when people do that because you on the same show. Okay. If you sharing the same stage, you have entered an agreement that you are at the same playing field, at least in terms of sharing the screen with these underlings as you probably consider them. Okay. And if you are that big, then move along. I'm in agreement with Ashley on that. Now, I think that Zayn should have let Ashley and Spice handle that themselves. You know, I don't agree with Spice saying that Ashley's looking for a moment because Ashley's had a lot of moments this season, actually more than Spice. Spice, who I am sure is running around touring the world as she should be, we ain't really seen a lot of her this season as much as we've seen that Ashley has been given this season. So maybe Spice wouldn't know what Ashley has been given in her own scenes. I really don't know. I can appreciate Ashley for the way she has worked her way into this group and still made a mess of herself. You know what I'm saying? Within the mix of the group. That's what we want to watch. Duh. So anyway, Zayn, yeah, you need to go ahead and stay on out of that because Ashley handled herself with Spice. To be quite honest with you, Ashley could have handled Carly Red, which we're going to talk about in a minute. In my opinion, I like Ashley with a backbone. Now she does, you know, she causes, like I said, she caused some mess, but no more mess than any of the rest of them have. And I know that I'm in the minority with my opinion. I already know this. I know this, and I'm fine with it. Is fine with it. I'm fine with it because it needs to be said. All right, it needs to be said. All of y'all cause the same amount of mess. Don't be mad when she do it because she knew. She got to start somewhere. So anyway, Zayn, stay out of it because listen, if you know that you was acting up in London, shut up. Okay, shut up. All right, you don't need to enter this thing. Spice saying that she's going to beat up both of them. Now, see, this is where I feel like Spice sometimes loses me in stuff. What Ashley was coming at her with was not really even all that much. So it's kind of like it's weird to me when Spice is like, oh, everybody is going to paint me out to be a bully. Well, girl, it's like the punishment here did not fit the crime, in my opinion. If you was annoyed with Ashley and you ain't really feel like dealing with old girl, then you should have just said, listen, girl, what you saying to me ain't really that big of a deal. We ain't really got no issue like that, so I'm gonna let it be. Okay, if you felt like I was mean to you, I'm sorry. Cool. Spice can't never just apologize though. She can never apologize because she is never wrong. So with that being said, I just kind of feel like y'all gonna paint me out to be a bully. Sometimes I do feel like that's a bit of a cop out, because it would be different if Spice did not initiate things, but she does, just like everybody else on the show. She know worse than anybody. Well, I mean, I don't know. That's debatable. It depends on who the person is, right? But we have definitely seen all of these people create and cause their own drama. You just can't be upset when you be at the center of it. Okay, it is what it is. Now, Zayn, stay on up out of it. I do agree with Spice and everybody else on that, with Carly and Mendeecees. Mendeecees, you should probably not have no opinion on nothing. Okay, right now, just nothing. Just sit over there and just sit there, sip your mai tai, and you just be cool. You know what I'm saying? With your hats and stuff like that, just be cool. Sit over there. Be from New York and stuff like that, and just be like, yo, I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. Well, I'm gonna do what I want to do anyway, and I'm not gonna tell y'all my business no way. So you don't want to know. You don't get to know my business, even though I'm on the show and I'm being paid to share my business. I'm not sharing my business with none of y'all. So whatever, just sit over there and not say nothing, okay? Anyway, Yandy not here. You ain't got nobody to argue with, so it's fine. Meanwhile, Ashley and Scrappy is in the mix of a lot these days, and really, Scrappy's playing an interesting position. He gets the benefit of being in the middle of a lot of chaos without necessarily having the chaos be all about him. No, his mama's there to take care of that. Meanwhile, Carly Red is in an interesting space because she has fought for her friendship with Spice. And now, she still has her issues with Ashley, right? And again, Ashley is a little bit the architect of her own demise, but I'm gonna give her an A plus, because she is playing with some heavy hitters, Spice and Carly Red. No easy feats, okay? But I do feel like Ashley is capable of handling her own. I actually think she would have taken Carly Red. I don't know if she would have taken Spice. She would have took Spice, but I think she could. The way she was upset about it, I feel like the emotions and the adrenaline might have had her go upside Carly's head. And I don't want to see nobody go upside Carly's head, because there's a lot of stuff that she's had some work done, right? So I don't want that work to go to waste. Don't go upside of her head. You know what I'm saying? And I don't say that with any bit of malice, because trust and believe, he needs the Botox, okay? But this is not about me. This is about them. And so we shall get back to it. So Carly basically tells Zayn, she's sitting beside Scrappy, telling Zayn and Ashley, like, girl, you was in the wrong. And Zayn, you should not have jumped in it, because you is a man and you're supposed to stay out of women business. And I reflect back on what Zayn said, and I do agree. Zayn, go ahead and stay up out of it, because Ashley was handling herself. Now, the moment if Spice had laid a hand on her, then I feel like you have a right to break it up, right? Or you know what I'm saying, like split them apart, but it didn't even get to that level. That's what I'm saying. There was no need to keep the two women apart, because Spice was, holier than thou in that moment, and she was on her stage, and Ashley was down on the ground, in the nosebleed seats, right? So, in Spice's mind, right? But I did also feel like Ashley made some good points with Carly, in that, one, a lot of them will suck up to Spice because they know that Spice is literally a headliner. And she is, again, I readily admit, Spice is Spice. Spice is so far above this show, and this is not to minimize the show, because I love it, right? But it's just to say that she is an artist who doesn't even need this platform. But when you agree to come on the platform, you are in agreement to interact with the people on the platform. As such, you are no better or no worse in that space. Now, having said that, I do agree with Ashley to the degree that she has every right to be as messy as the rest of them. She does. Is she messy? Yes. Is she any more messy than anybody else? No. But who do you think has been the messiest this season? I'm giving that title to Mama D because Mama D comes in with not only tea about Yandy, but she is also determined that she is going to ruin this ninth year anniversary for 24 hours and Salma. Now, Salma, for those of you guys who don't know, is an artist, and 24 hours is her husband. Now, I think he was an artist in his own right, or he may be a producer. I don't know what he does now. All I know is that Mama D at a dinner that was meant for Zayn, Scrappy, and 24 hours, where 24 hours was going to, where Zayn was going to gently, as much as he can, tell 24 hours that Sierra's man Zay, his cousin, homeboy, buddy, whatever he is was allegedly was or somehow in the past smashing the Selma who is married to 24 hours. So Zayn was going to try to break it to him gently on camera at that on the ninth anniversary. But no, maybe Zayn is the messiest. I don't know. But all I know is that wasn't going to be a good look either. But Mama D, she says, oh no, hold my mule. I'm about to deliver the news in front of the whole table. Yes, your wife, allegedly, Sierra told me, blame Sierra, that messy old Sierra, blame her. Told me that the man is smashing your wife. Meanwhile, Selma is not present to defend herself. So let me just say how I feel about this. There's a part of me that feels like you could tell 24 hours was distraught. And you could also tell he loves his wife. I don't know what they've been through, but there are hints that they've been through a lot in their marriage, but they're okay at this point now. My thing about them joining this show is that I don't really know that I would have advised this because this show is steeped in drama, right? And as such, you would have to imagine that if they're hiring you for this show, that they're going to be expecting some level of drama. And if you don't bring it, that then somebody else is going to bring it to you. No matter what the case may be, if you don't bring your own drama and y'all look like y'all got a solid relationship, best believe someone else is going to come to the table with it. Period. Point blank and the end. So as a result, I feel like what they had planned to do was to come on this show and be this respectable hip hop couple. And I hope that they are. But I just feel like I just wish that somebody would have advised them. Like you could tell this man was like, he was ready to quit. And I really felt bad for him in that moment. I don't know what their situation is. I don't know what happened in there. I don't know if it's Selma's being smashed by the homie. I don't know. Or maybe listen, I don't want. Let's not say she being smashed by the homie. Maybe she's smashing him, right? Okay, I don't know, right? I'm just trying to put the power back into the woman's hands. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't really like how that came out. He's smashing her. No, what if she's smashing him? Okay, yes. So anyway, um, I just I just felt distraught by just the watching of that happen and how Mama D was so gleeful about it. That's what I didn't like about it. And you know, Mama D, I look at Mama D like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up in the South. I'm gonna let y'all know that right now. So everybody's mama, somebody else's mama is my like we just that's how we grew up, right? So when I talk about Mama D, please, I'm not coming at her disrespectfully, but I do feel like she disappointed me in this scene with the glee with which she was so excited about spilling this tea. And I know she's trying to make good TV, but dang, I mean, it was just like I don't know. She was just real happy about it. And I just felt like, oh gosh, now that is a low vibrational plate. But y'all let me know, and I know she ain't in the business of fixing those. Or maybe she is. Whatever. Let me know what you guys think. Who is the messiest of them all? Is it Mama D, Carly Red, Sierra, Lil Zane, or Ashley? Chime down in the chat. I'm interested to know what your thoughts and feelings are about this episode. With that being said, I will catch you, of course, in the next video. Oh, before I go, make sure you guys text worldwide to 202-918-3386. Going to be revealing tonight at 7 p.m. I'm going to send you a text message, likely around 4 or 5, letting you know what the Zoom link is so you can tap in and learn how you can book the Maldives complimentary for two, okay? And I might even throw in a little something special for you, as if that won't enough. And I'm going to tell you how to get paid to do it as well. Trust and believe, you don't want to miss it. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, text worldwide. But if you're scary, don't back away, because I don't like to work with scary people. Scary money don't make no money. Okay. But with that being said, I will catch you in the next video.